What up YouTube, it's Missouri's Company. In this video, I want to showcase the very best farming build for the Wizard. I've been on the Wizard for a while now, and I actually plan on staying on it because I do think that class change has been a bit restricted with the new Essence Mastery system, but I already talked about that in a different video. Today's video is the absolute best farming build for the Wizard to really maximize how many legendaries you can get as quick as possible with just all the best farming routes as well. So without further ado, let's get straight to the video. Okay, so for this video, I am in Storm Point at one of my favorite farming locations, which is the ship graveyard within Storm Point. And I'm going to show you just ever so quickly what this route as well as build looks like in action, and then we'll talk about the build itself. It's all about speed and just being able to move past mobs as fast as possible. And all of these abilities help me do just that. So I can literally activate them, keep moving, and then all of the mobs behind me will in fact die, which helps me keep my kill streaks up. As you can see, as I was running, my kill streaks were still going, which is just beautiful. And then obviously on my second route around, I will be, wow, somebody had killed. There are a few mobs I just missed right there. But you get the idea. I'm just going to do the route one more time just for video's sake to showcase how fast we are killing mobs. And even the gold ones aren't too big of an issue for us. Hitting some crits will help with this as well. And then we're going to move, wow, got the fear. And then we're going to move right by them right now and continue our little route here. Ooh, we actually got some thunderstorms. We actually killed them. Somebody else is here. I was like, that usually comes back up in time. But you get the general idea. This is all about mobility and moving as fast as possible while still doing as much damage as quickly as possible as well. So even with having someone farming on top of me, I was able to keep my kill streaks up for the most part. And then these should be respawning any second now. But yeah, that's going to be the little route as well. Obviously, had he not been here, I could have kept that kill streak going and gotten much, much higher, even by myself, or invited him. But that's a video for a different time. This build is what I have used for a long time when it comes to Diablo Immortal on my Wizard. Let's actually go ahead and jump into the build itself. So I am rocking a 4-set Vithus, which helps my auto attacks, so increase the duration of all beneficial effects on you or your party members by 30%, and then increase the target's attack speed by 30% for 3 seconds each time you use a skill to grant a beneficial effect to yourself. Now, I will note the only part of this build I'm well aware that actually buffs that is going to be my shield. So that's where I actually do use that when I was teleporting into a new mob. I release the shield before it gets, broken, if you will, to help get that back on cooldown a little bit faster. So I am using the 4-set Vithus as well as a 2-piece Gloom to increase my damage after I use my teleport. So I get a 15% increase to my damage after I use a teleport ability. Which helps just ever so much. It's actually the only set pieces I have, but it is the ones that I have been using for this build for a long time. You can see the burst damage is really high on this build. Now going to the legendaries themselves, for the head, I'm using the one that does the flaming orb. Scorch now conjures 4 flaming orbs around you. With max essence, you actually can keep these on cooldown almost like, let me rephrase, keep going even off cooldown as much as possible. For the chest piece, we are doing the ones that increase lightning nova now hurls the fiery balls. It does another tick of damage when they're on fire, which is why I use that compared to the ice one that some people use for PvP. This is PvE and farming as fast as possible. I want to be able to do damage, run by them, and let them die behind me. That's the whole goal of this, because cool guys don't look at things when they die. Moving on. For the shoulders, oh, did I change these to make it better? No, I didn't. Okay, so the shoulders, let me rephrase, I did make it better. So the Scorch's knockback distance is now increased by, Scorch cooldown is now reduced by 3.6. So that's what I meant when I said that I can keep my Scorch off cooldown faster. But if you wanted to get more buffs on your Vithus, hold on, let me kill these mobs while I'm just standing here. If you wanted to get more damage on your, more triggers off your Vithus, you could change the shoulders to the ones that make your teleport give you a shield or a movement speed buff. I have used both. Both are fine, but I realize that I'm not really using my auto attacks too much with this build because of where I'm at in terms of combat rating as well as my resonance. You can see my resonance is at just over 2k, and then my combat rating is at 11,164. So nothing spectacular, just probably slightly above average when it comes to the resonance, and then probably a little below average, honestly, when it comes to the combat rating. For the pants, I do use the Rift Dancer's Stride, which is the teleport now targets a location where it also damages all nearby enemies. Teleport damage increased by 18%, and that's with max Essence Mastery. Obviously, I want all of my abilities doing damage as much as possible. That way, when I am moving, I am doing damage to enemies too. I do use the Electro Spike, and what this does is it makes Electrocute leap to 3 additional enemies, but the real reason I use it is for the Essence Mastery because it makes my Electrocute damage increase by 9%. I have also used the one, I forgot the name of it, but it boosts the damage of your, what is it called? Your Lightning Nova. That one is also very good, but look, I mean, one Lightning Nova, well, I died, but so did that. You get the idea. That was actually really funny. But yeah, so I personally don't need that, but that's personal preference. I do like to have a little bit more damage from my auto attacks when I use them. That's why I picked this. And then last but not least, this one is a go-to. It is the, well, I can't see the name there, but it's the one that makes it so your casting of Lightning Nova temporarily increases your movement speed by 60%. Lightning Nova cooldown reduction by 3.6%, which is from, of course, Essence Mastery. This is the build that I use all the time when it comes to moving just as fast as possible. Like I said, the one big difference you could make is switching out this shoulder piece to the one that boosts your movement speed after using teleport. It is a really small boost, so it's not necessarily that you're using it for the movement speed because you're not going to notice it, I promise you, but you're using it to also trigger Vithus. But this is the build that I've been running. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you use a different one or have a different version that you think is better, put it down there. We'll have a little bit of a debate or a conversation about it. If I agree with you or if I end up agreeing with you, I will heart it and make it the pinned comment. But let's make it a healthy discussion. Like I said, I'm all about helping each other and making sure that we are making the best builds as possible. I've used this one for a long time, so I deem it the best, but you might have done some different testing that makes yours better. But let's go ahead and talk about it in the comments below. And if you do want to see all of the different places that I think are the best farming locations, make sure you check out this video right over there. That video is going to be the one for you because it shows you the top 5 farming locations, and the very last one of that video is a doozy, so make sure you watch that video all the way to the very end.